Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we believe advertising is awesome, ignorance is expensive, and the American dream is alive and well on the wild, wild web today. It is Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, in the year of our Lord. We're coming to you live in living color from a beautiful yet undisclosed hidden location in the Austin, Texas hills. We're brought to you by Slash Rocked, After Sales, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, Tide, TrendTrack, Rich Panel Intelligence, Northbeam, Seguno, and Postscript. And boy, have we got a jam-packed show for you today. YouTube and Peacock now becoming one and the same. At least Peacock is going to be available inside of YouTube here forward. Maybe that means I can cancel my Peacock subscription and just watch The Office on YouTube. Apple is now debuting with Klarna a lease your phone option. I'm not sure that this is a great sign for the economy in general, but I think this deal is going to be too good to pass up. Less than $20 per month. I think it's going to be a banger. Cracker Barrel CEO is on the way out after the modernizing kerfuffle that happened, I guess, about a year ago now. And Gap's creator program for employees. There's a lot to take away here for all of us inside of consumer. We're going to be joined by Quentin Renevier, CMO of TrendTrack. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, the one and only Colin. Colin, get in here. Get inside this show. I think you are with me. You are here. You are here.
There we go.
You're here. Hey, happy Tuesday to you.
Let's go. Let's go.
Almost August is almost here. The summer is beginning to wane. Kids are going back to school. People are shopping for backpacks. Nevertheless, we are back from Canada and we are live on the interwebs. Welcome back to the show, Colin.
Ready to rock and roll. Football season starts soon.
Football season starts soon, and that's going to be a welcome day for me. There's actually a banger of a get-together that is happening here in Austin, Texas on one of these game days that I shan't divulge all the details on right now. Current thing inside of our world, YouTube and Peacock, now a thing.
Crazy.
And there have been many inside of our space who have been hailing YouTube as the most underrated buy in advertising. Perhaps this only strengthens YouTube's positioning and power in the realm of content, etc. This story comes to us by way of TechCrunch. A few details for us, Colin Dougherty. As rivals chase acquisitions, Peacock bets on bundles through a new deal with YouTube. While much of the streaming industry is focused on mergers and acquisitions, NBC Universal is expanding its reach through partnerships, with its latest move bringing Peacock directly to YouTube. On Monday, NBC Universal and YouTube announced a multi-year global strategic partnership bringing Peacock's premium plan to YouTube premium subscribers. I will say, personally, I don't think there's a better subscription than YouTube Premium. I mean, it's
really
like less than $20, no ads on YouTube. You get YouTube Music. Now I'm going to get Peacock as well. Roll it all in there. Thank you. I'll take it.
Wow.
Now I can just watch The Office on YouTube instead of switching over to Peacock. This gives millions of viewers access to Peacock's full lineup, including NFL and NBA coverage, Saturday Night Live, Love Island. I know that one's big for you and
huge,
and the wife. I know that one's big for you guys.
Huge.
Law and Order, SVU, Dun, and Bravo favorites like The Real Housewives franchise.
Huge for me.
Deal means content will be integrated into the YouTube experience, allowing viewers to discover and watch Peacock content without leaving the platform. That's what I want. For YouTube, partnership makes YouTube Premium a stronger offering by adding another major entertainment service. Also supports YouTube's broader strategy of becoming a hub for streaming, giving viewers access to premium TV, live sports, and creator content all in one place. One piece that I will bring up here, I guess this doesn't necessarily strengthen the advertising piece because it's YouTube Premium and all the ads are turned off anyway. So
True.
That's the one thing I didn't think about here. But definitely in terms of content, I think this only strengthens YouTube as like the best buy in all of content, subscription, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I like everybody's watching YouTube on their TVs anyway. And I
Yeah.
think YouTube is now outpacing Netflix, among many others in terms of watch time, et cetera. You fold Peacock into here. It only gives me, a few titles that I'm interested in anyway. I think this is very smart on their end.
This is absolutely incredible for both Google to understand that YouTube is basically a streaming powerhouse at this point. You touched on the fact that they're basically surpassing Netflix. I watch YouTube more than Netflix, hands down. But what this is now showcasing to brands and creators is that you should be doubling and tripling down on your YouTube content. Like you need to be making YouTube channels. You have to be double and tripling down on that if you're a brand. Great one that's doing it is Huckberry. Huckberry has an award-winning documentary series that they're pushing on YouTube in the form of long form, 45 minutes to an hour. It's incredibly well made. They're pushing hard into YouTube with all these different segments. And as a result, Huckberry's winning. Another piece of this is the creators as well. Creators pushing hard into YouTube, pushing hard and getting the rest of that these like net new subscribers that are going to be coming in because of this Peacock deal. They'll probably be getting a few. And this kind of just adds more of that value add that YouTube has for the subscribers they currently have.
It's kind of wild. When I was growing up, being on TV, awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's like the dream. I want to be on TV. It'd be great. You get featured like in your like little sports league or whatever. Even if it's just a local television. It's like so cool. It's fascinating. Whole family gets in front of a watch it, and then you go celebrate, go to Denny's or whatever. Now, since 2006 and beyond, like the dream is to be a YouTuber. Like it is wild.
Absolutely.
It's wild that YouTube has become such a central part of American life, digital life, modern life, that is, digitized and more on screen, online, et cetera. It has become such a central part of modern life, to such an extent that television and its libraries of content are now seeking distribution by getting on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is them like seeking distribution. I know I can't compete with YouTube anymore. Power of the internet, power of just starting, power of like keeping your head down and going for a couple of decades, seeing how it works out. Now it's like the big boys of TV, of legacy TV, are saying, hey, we would really like to get distribution for all of this content that we paid millions of dollars for. Instead of just competing with YouTube and TikTok, can we just like get our library over there? Can we just like partner up together and like work something out? I find that fascinating, number one. Number two, on the piece of the advertising, a few more details here that I think is interesting. Peacock Premium, this is down at the end of the article. Peacock Premium is its ad-supported plan at $10.99 per month. I know because I'm paying for it right now. Kind of surprised that I still had ads, but I do. And ads are not bad. Peacock Premium Plus has been available via YouTube primetime channels since late June. Interesting. So it seems like Peacock Premium is what is going to be starting late this summer. Peacock Premium will be available as a separate add-on subscription through YouTube primetime channels. I guess what I'm wondering is, are there going to be ads? I want there to be ads for our sakes. I want there to be like some sort of way. Now people are watching The Office on YouTube. They're watching SNL. They're watching whatever they're watching. I want to be able to work my ads in there. That's the point. I don't know if you do that through NBC Universal or if you do that through YouTube. But having that kind of legacy type content on YouTube, in addition to all of the individual creators and where everybody is spending most of their TV time anyway, I find fascinating. Then you layer in the live sports piece. Like there's a lot like interesting happening on the platform that I want to be able to insert my advertising into. It's just not that clear for me right now whether that is available to me as a consumer brand in the here and now. For YouTube, the partnership makes YouTube Premium a stronger offering by adding another major entertainment service, also supports YouTube's broader strategy, becoming a hub for streaming, giving viewers access to premium TV, live sports, creator content all in one place. That's all fine and good. I want to know about the ad piece, and that's not totally clear inside of the article. We need some clearing up on that. I do.
I think it's also going to be interesting if there's going to be some more kind of fold-ins type of deals that are going to be progressing moving forward. This is the first one from YouTube and Peacock kind of joining forces. I'd be curious if there's other platforms that are going to be doing the same thing, trying to fold in some more value adds. Because I think that the consumer is kind of starting to make this decision of like, I'm only going to have a couple of these.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get YouTube and then I also get Apple TV maybe for 12 months for free, something along those lines. But I think there's going to be this kind of like folding of offerings because there's just, and I think we've said this a ton before, there's just too many streaming services that are just layering. They're layering on top of each other. And it's like there was this crazy graphic that came out a couple of months ago that was like, if you want to watch every single NFL game, here's all of the streaming services that you have to have. And it ended up being like $250 a month. Just so like, that's like one league.
Just to see all the games.
Just to see all the games from like one league. That's not even like, okay, baseball, then we got tennis, then we got all this other stuff. It's like, you want to see all the games in your one league that you follow, $250, and it's like 6 platforms. It's like, what? Why? And I didn't want to watch half of those.
It's like kind of smart for the NFL. It's like, we've just,
they make
like
a bag
everywhere, and we're making a bag from everybody. But for the consumer, not such a nice experience, and it makes one wonder if we don't. There's only, it kind of comes back to that business advice. There's only 2 services. There's bundling and there's unbundling, and for a while, we've been very into, with the innovation of streaming, the advent of CTV, we've been very into unbundling. I don't want my cable, my big payment per month. Just give me like the $7, give me the $12 option. I watch what I want anyway, blah, blah, blah. I watch it when I want. Well, now there's like so many. You essentially have like a big cable purchase anyway. I know I do. Like you stack up all of the services. I do still think that inside of that, there's an incredible opportunity, both on CTV and linear, for there to be incredible winsome ad content that is targeted, especially in 2026, with the rising prices, CPMs, etc., of Meta. Not that it's not like the best platform for everybody to spend most of their money on. I'm still there. I'm with that. But there are other opportunities as well for one to diversify one's self in terms of ad spend and find winsome ways to expand your top of funnel, to reach a targeted ICP inside of content that they want to watch. I think TV is incredible for this. And it's interesting. It's interesting to see how this will play out. Perhaps YouTube becomes a kind of, perhaps there's a few of these like established winners that become cable in its new form. Distribution is consolidated. You get it all in the whatever subscription, for YouTube Premium. Be interesting to see if like, what does Apple TV do? What happens with Paramount? There's Tubi now. There's Roku. There's like so many of these things. There's Disney Plus, and then actually Disney Plus and Hulu and HBO are kind of all like tied together.
It's around like, now.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. Yeah, Jinx, nice.
And there's only like so many eyeballs. There's only like so many humans, and there's only so many hours to watch in the day. Be interesting to see how these consolidate, and where the premium opportunity on our side in the consumer world is to insert ourselves. I am still very much compelled by the data and the talking points that we have seen coming out from Universal Ads. I'm still very much compelled to believe that TV is going to be a huge storyline inside of e-commerce, inside of D2C in 2027. I see I see agentic commerce, I see live selling, and I see TV as being huge opportunities inside of our industry, not just this year, but especially heading into next year as people catch up.
Do you still think that the for each of these streaming services, do you think the original content is still the moat? Because there's still original content that you can only get on certain platforms. And I don't know if so like a great example is you have a conversation with a friend and they're like, "Oh, did you see this TV show?" It's like, "Oh, I don't have that platform."
Yeah.
Is that strong enough for you to then go and pull you away and then go get you to go get that platform?
So it is sometimes for me. I mean, it,
That's what
it
I'm saying.
depends. Yeah, it depends. But I think like everything else, they're like giving you a tasty offer that hopefully you stick around for,
Yeah,
or you forget about, which I have done many times. Like I sign
it's
up for it,
terrible.
I forget about it. 6 months later, I discover, oh, I've been subscribed to this forever. And
Yeah.
they won, like good on them,
Yeah,
they got
it's
a
true.
little more longer LTV on me than I was planning. Yeah, I don't know. There's just like so much. It's kind of akin to what we see in the data world. With AI now, there's like so much data, you can almost get
There's so much.
overwhelmed in data.
Yeah.
And there's so much content that I don't know. Sometimes it all kind of runs together. I'm subscribed to HBO Max right now. Like, do I want to be? Like, not really. Like, there's
Are
nothing
you
else on
subscribed to
there.
Apple?
No.
That's crazy. That's such a crazy miss from you because they have the best original content right now
Gosh, I just
from
question
like
it.
a whole streaming service.
I've tried it many times. I've tried it many
Damn,
times, and
that's
and I'll
crazy.
I'll convert for a little while. Like when the F1 movie came out, like I converted, like I
Yeah.
resubscribed. Did I watch like
Severance?
did I watch anything else other than the F1 movie? No, not really.
Severance?
No, never seen it.
Yo, this is crazy.
Never
And they
seen
have
it.
like the best content. That's wild.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know. It's just not that, it's just not that interesting for me. And
Wow.
I'll say this too. I've got a bunch of little kids running around.
That's
So,
true.
like it kind of like makes some decisions, a lot of
Yeah.
decisions on like what's posted up on the
Moana 2?
TV. We
Moana
definitely
2?
we watched Moana 2. We went and saw the live action Moana in theaters, which I know everybody was ragging on. It's just like a remake of the original, except they got people,
Yeah.
My kids loved it. That was pretty cool. Um, yeah, I think there's I think there's still like a lot of ways to win, but there's just so many options, almost too many
So many
options
options.
that it just
Yeah.
kind of, actually this happens in marketing. Get too many options and people just don't choose any. It happens a lot.
Paradox of choice.
Paradox of choice. Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Quentin Renevier, CMO at TrendTrack, coming
Let's go.
inside of this show. Producer Jack, is he with us? Is Quentin with us in the here and now? Is he? Oh, not yet. Not yet. Well, methinks he may come to us. Methinks he may come to us. Before he does, let us hear a word from our sponsors over at TrendTrack. Play it for us, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what's really working right now, not what worked 6 months ago, but what's actually scaling on the market today, TrendTrack gives you full access to the marketing playbook of any brand in the world. From every Meta, Google, TikTok ad they run to every email newsletter they send their customers, your direct competitors, the biggest players on the market is all there. All the market data centralized in one place, refreshed every 24 hours. Go to trendtrack.io and get hooked up with them today. Know what's actually working on the internet. Many thanks for TrendTrack being part of. And now, we must welcome the man himself inside of this show, hailing to us by way of France, our friends in arms, many times throughout the past, 100-ish years or so. He may not be in France right now, but I know one thing: he knows ball. He knows ball, and he knows what's happening inside of Ecomm and what is working inside of Ecomm right now. I was actually talking with Quentin the other day, and basically with TrendTrack, you can pull up any playbook that is happening with any brand right now, and you can see what is working. I want to bring him inside of this show so he can confirm it himself. But even like total reach on certain ads, 7-day growth, estimated spend, how long the ads have been running, hook, brief analysis on the ads themselves, etc. We must bring him inside of this show. Everybody, welcome Quentin Renevier, CMO TrendTrack. Get in here, Quentin. Get in here.
Let's go. Oh, he's wired in.
You guys are amazing.
Quentin,
You're amazing.
hey, you're amazing. We appreciate you making the time to join us. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for receiving me. What an intro.
Quentin, I would love, okay, I have to say, I am too little plugged in to Ecomm and D2C in Europe, in the EU. Actually, it got me thinking about this a little bit yesterday with ETN, the European Technology
Shout out ETN boys.
Network, ETN, who just raised me. It got me thinking about Europe in general. Quentin, I would like to know, before we get into TrendTrack and man, everything you're doing there, how did you get into e-commerce, brother? Give us a little lore on Quentin and getting into the game of selling on the interwebs.
Well, being honest with you, I'm a sales guy. I've been always selling. I've been selling for Revolut. I've been selling for Microsoft for years. And TrendTrack was started by the three founders, and they were searching for a guy just like me to be able to make TrendTrack go global to all Europe or America, South America, North America. And so I came into the company saying that this is what I'm going to provide. And today I'm in your guys' show, so I think it's
Let's go.
Now that's not an easy charter there, Quentin. I mean, to take TrendTrack, reach the EU, reach North America, South America, reach the whole globe. Like that's a big project, my friend.
Yeah, it's very, very tough, especially when we are, to be honest, when we're French, because you probably know the French accent. I have the chance to have an international career, so I did learn Spanish, French, Portuguese, which helped me a lot to be able to talk to Brazilian, to Colombian, Argentinian, Spanish people, and also United States. So yeah, it was pretty helpful to talk those language, but when you're French, it's very different. You cannot understand what is this feeling about coming as a French into the United States. It's something very special.
I would imagine, Quentin, that everybody's enamored when you start talking. The accent, the international man of mystery. I would imagine that this would help when you start talking.
Yeah, it helps. It helps because the people laugh at you. So it helps because it makes the conversation easier.
No, you need to tell us whoever's laughing. That way that we can go and have a talk.
It's more about the way, if I open my mouth, they are going to say, "Oh, you're French." like I didn't even spell a word that they know I'm French. So it's kind of it breaks something. So it's directly more comfortable.
The ice. Yeah, definitely breaks the ice.
Quentin, could you back the truck up for us a little bit on TrendTrack and what it's doing for brands and how brands are leveraging it today? Because it's unbelievable what you guys are doing. I would just love to hear it kind of in your own words about what you're seeing.
Yeah. So TrendTrack the founder of TrendTrack, they are all e-commerce merchants. They have a brand as of today. So they literally created the tool because there was no tool on the market for them to help them solve their problem, mainly for ads,
I love that.
for competitor research, all of that. So it was a real pain point that they have themselves, and they decided to literally create a software for them at first, and then we kind of develop it to for everyone. And what we want to provide to the market is the best data, the most accurate data, so that people understand what's working right now in the market, not like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, some angle that are already used and the audience is already educated on it, but more about what is working in e-com right now. Whatever the niche, whatever you guys are doing, if you're selling clothes, you can be selling some garden stuff, whatever, you are going to know what's working.
Wow. This I think is an underrated point. Actually, it came up with Proxima, Colin, when we were talking with Alex on Friday. When you have a merchant who is building a solution for themselves, and then they bring that solution to the market for the rest of the community, then you have a real banger. You have a real winner on your hands. I've got a few like data points here, Quentin. You tell me if this is right. Okay. TrendTrack scans Shopify and Meta ecosystem daily, 5 million plus top selling stores. Okay. 250 million plus ads. Okay. With 2 to 3 million new ones indexed every 24 hours. Okay. And then layering in Meta's own spin data and
Crazy.
similar web traffic into a live view of any brand's ads, funnels, emails, bestsellers, testing patterns. That's okay. So number one, is that true? Number two, if so, that's crazy.
It is not true, because the data that you provided are like dated of like 2 months ago. Right now we should have between, I think, more than 360 million ads available, and more than I think 6 million store. I don't know about the store, to be honest. But every day there is new store. Every day there is new ads, and if there is new store and new ads, they're on TrendTrack. There is also something new that we added, which is the email part. We scrap every email of any brand. So if one brand is sending a newsletter or something, we're going to scrap it as well. So every time there's something launching, we get it on TrendTrack, and so the user can access it. Because the main problem that we're solving, because to be honest with you guys, we don't invent anything, to be honest. It's like everything we do is kind of public. But what we provide is something very accessible, a platform where you have everything, instead of building software that like it's impossible to build something like TrendTrack by yourself. So the idea is that you have everything in one place, and every day having new data that you can use for your own brand, to have new ads angle, to understand what email converting, what are the best brand doing for you that you can maybe replicate, and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's Quentin, what it makes me think of is dollar signs. Go ahead,
Quentin. When I'm thinking of all of this, there's three pieces to this. There's the ad library, there's the traffic estimates, and then there's the revenue signals that you're all tying together. If I'm a brand, where would you suggest that I start if I wanted to kind of get my footing in there of the three? Where would you want me to start?
If you're starting a brand, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, starting a brand, I would recommend you to check at the brand that are having the most insane ads growth, because obviously if they do have an insane ads growth, it means that stuff are working for them. The traffic is something very, like, it's coming from similar web. There's a lot of people that are not accepting cookies and stuff like that, so we cannot do much about it. We just give an estimation that is giving similar web. But the ads is something that is not lying. If you have a brand that is doing like 3,000 ads, to be honest, you know that this brand is not doing $0 a month. So there is a lot of stuff that you can understand just on going into a brand and understanding what they are doing on Meta, on Google, on TikTok, what they're sending by email, what is the latest ads angle they've been testing, and all of that.
Wow. What's fascinating for me, Quentin, because there have been people who have tried this or made an attempt at this, or there have been like tools that have like popped up over the years. I've never seen anybody do the email piece. Number one, email being included. I've never seen
huge.
Number two, what I've never seen is estimated ad spend. I've never seen like any ad spend number like attached to like, hey, here's who's running what ads, and then having like a number attached to that. I have never seen that. To me, that's totally new. I mean, have you seen this before?
I mean, the ad spend is something that you can calculate only in Europe. That's something important. It's a misconception that the people have on the market. So I'm on the show, so I think it's a good thing to say. In Europe, it's mandatory. Meta is mandatory to give access to the impression of the ads that are spent in Europe. So on the basis that you have the impression, if you put the correct CPM that you can choose on TrendTrack, we make a kind of multiplication that make you understand, like, based on this number of impression by the CPM, you get the amount of spend. Obviously, guys, to be honest, not lying to you, we cannot have the exact spending. We're not inside the business manager. But it gives you an insane range about how much a brand is spending in Europe. And in the US, there is something very new that is called ad rank, where right now Meta is every day giving us an update about what an ads growth is having inside the page, which means that every day we can see if an ads, for example, was ranked yesterday number 15, and today it's ranked number 5. We can detect this, and Meta is combining a lot of different factors to establish this ranking: the impression, the spending, the duplication, the days running, and etc. It's a combination of everything.
Wow,
this is new for me.
This is bananas. I've been in the space for forever, and I did not know this.
I did not know this. I did not
change a lot.
This.
This is crazy.
That's incredible, man. Okay, so like number one, this like proxy. Let's just say like you're a U.S. brand, like some of the folks and my friends that work with Help, etc. Could be that there's even a brand. Could be that there's an Ecomm Cowboy brand that nobody even knows about. It could be.
Secret
Could be.
brand.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it is. But this is a great proxy. Number one, let's just say you're U.S. focused. You could look at what your competitors are doing on TrendTrack in the EU, in the UK. You get a great proxy for like how much ad spend has been going out there, and then this Meta ad rank. Specifically inside of the US, this is very new for me. And that information for the Meta ad rank, etc., is available inside TrendTrack. Is that the case, Quentin?
One, two.
I think we lost him. I think
we lost him for a sec.
I think I mean, yeah, sorry.
Quentin,
yeah, I don't know why.
You're still,
sorry.
Are you still with us? You're still with us?
Yep.
We love you.
I can hear you.
Okay,
One,
you're
two.
here. This Meta ad rank piece, is that available inside of TrendTrack? Is that information available inside?
Absolutely.
Of
Yeah, absolutely. You just go, you have one filter to choose. It's called ad rank. You can literally find the ranking of any ads. So yeah.
Quentin, you guys basically have, I would consider it like a three-legged stool right now with your offering, with the ad libraries. You have the revenue, you have the traffic estimates. How else do you want to build out in the future? Like, what are you seeing as basically the next version of this? What else do you want to add into this kind of library of kind of assets that you guys have?
Yeah, we want to transform the stuff into, right now we are a library. That's a very good actually analysis. We're a library, and we want to make something more tailor-made, which means that we want that if you come on TrendTrack, you put the name of your brand, and based on the name of your brand, we're going to suggest you everything you need to check, so you don't lose yourself inside this whole library stuff where it's difficult to know which information to go look at. There is so much stuff at the end of the day that could be sometimes difficult to find the information that you want. So the idea is that you get a brand, you go on TrendTrack, you put the name of your brand, and based on that, we're going to put you everything that you need to know that is happening in your space, your biggest competitors, the ads that you need to look at, the competitor that are increasing the traffic, the best email they're sending. So something very specific just for you, not just a library, as you say. Very good analysis, by the way. We are library.
Thank you, I appreciate that. We do a little bit of e-commerce on this show. We do a little bit,
just a little bit, just a little
e-commerce,
just a little bit here. I've seen Quentin. I've seen Zach Stuck talking about.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen I've seen a number of people pop up on the timeline as of late, specifically related to the MCP and how people can use TrendTrack inside of their own Claude experience or their own Chat GPT experience. Can you speak to this at all? How this may like help hands-on keyboard, marketers in their everyday?
Yeah, the MCP release was something that, to be honest, I was not expecting for us to work so well. We kind of blow up the industry, and we really started to scale because I think right now a software that is not having an API or MCP is just killing himself. Like as of today, you cannot work with a software like this. So we decided to launch it, which means that giving access literally to all of our data from outside of the platform, which it's kind of disrupting the user understanding of the platform and just understanding what the user is doing. So we give access to it, and like it's insane how the people are using the MCP and the API. Like it's totally changing everything because they are running agents based on TrendTrack data. And every morning, for example, we have a lot of users. I was in a call yesterday with a brand owner that is ending a big brand that he has in Spain, and the guy is running an agent every single morning based on like what's working inside a specific niche that he's studying that is relevant for his audience. And every morning the agent go on TrendTrack, check the biggest ads, the ads that are performing, the newest angle that the brand are testing based on the growth range that I just told you before. And every morning you get like, this is the hook that you should be using. This is the script that you should be using. This is the image you should be creating.
That's
like there is
wild.
nothing to do, like nothing to do. Like just put a single button every morning.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it kind of changed everything, to be honest. The API release and MCP. Yeah.
Wild.
Quentin, I mean, you guys are sitting on a mountain, a treasure trove of data for what is working right now with brands. Could you kind of sprinkle on, open the kimono for us? Is there any one brand that consistently comes up that you think people should be keeping an eye on for what they're doing from ad libraries, from what they're doing from hooks, from all the above? Any kind of like a darling in the space that you consistently see on the platform come up?
Yeah, I think, I mean, there is a lot of brand that I take as an example. I think Rise is an amazing example because of the number of ads they are doing. It's absolutely insane. I think they were like 6,000 ads live. I think I checked yesterday or 2 days ago.
Crazy.
Gosh.
There is Men Go to Mars that we just talked before. Men Go to Mars is insane. And stuff like Grunts as well. Grunts is doing, what I like with Grunts is that they are doing a lot of AI. So it's a very good example that you can do AI at scale that much.
Wow.
Like for a brand like Grunts that is like iterating every single day. But what is cool on TrendTrack is that you can find the biggest brand, but you can also find the latest brand that are just launched like 1 week ago, but that are already scaling. And those brands, you can find them. So it's a different ICP. It's not brand. It's more about dropshippers and stuff like this. But you can find them and understand like, okay, this is a new product that could be working based on the season, based on all of that. And you can already see, like, for example, if this brand is spending in the US only, or maybe in Vietnam, or just in Brazil. And so maybe you can do the same stuff in another country. So there is
interesting.
You have all the data.
Wow.
I cannot say better.
I think there's a couple of points here, Quentin, that are worth calling out. We had Cody Schneider. Remember when we had Cody on, Colin?
Absolutely fantastic.
Cody made a good point about monitoring like what's happening inside of your vertical, inside of your space. And not just obviously monitoring like what's working, but specifically with angles, like charting out like, hey, who is taking what angles for my product, agitating what the pain in what way, and then specifically going a different direction where other people inside of your vertical are not.
Zigzag.
I think there's something of note there. And then Stephen Borelli, CEO over at Cuts, recently said that when he started, he was monitoring. We started Cuts. He was monitoring businesses that were 10 times larger than Cuts. But now that they have grown, they are obviously, immensely successful inside of apparel, the sport of business. He said what he does is he studies brands that are 10 times smaller. And I think there's something interesting here. I think there's something interesting here on this side.
It is something actually that I want to bounce back on it, because there is a misconception about like spy tool and stuff, which is like, you do not expect to come on TrendTrack, for example, and just copy paste stuff. That won't work.
Sure.
The audience is already educated most of the time. The product is probably already sold out. Like, it's very difficult to do that. And we work with some. I mean, I think Nick Terrio. Nick is a legend, like working with the biggest brand, and he's giving an advice that I really like. It is like, you go on TrendTrack, you spy the biggest brand, like the biggest one, even though they are not in your industry, not in your niche, not selling the same product as you. And so you just understand how they are handling their ads, what type of concept they are trying to launch. And then just this concept, you duplicate it for your own industry, but you don't duplicate the like, let's say the copy or the headline and stuff. You just take the inspiration from the biggest brand, because they have 1,000, 50,000 of creative strategies inside the brand. You cannot outscale them. Just take them as an inspiration using our tool. This is really how you're going to enjoy TrendTrack.
I think this is a great point.
And I love the point of looking at outside of your own category. I remember when I was building my brand, I would look for winners outside of the niche that I was playing in. Specifically, I was going and looking at Huel's ads at the time. Huel,
is that what you were looking at?
Huel was running some textbook static ads that I was like, those are amazing. completely outside of my category, but allowed us to then, okay, let's figure out a way to put this back into our category, change the copy up entirely. Let's change up all of the content itself. But it's proven out because Huel is just scaling up to bananas right now.
Quentin, let me ask you this. Because I think there is a very important email opportunity, specifically heading into Black Friday. And it hits on this point that we're talking about right here about, taking inspiration from the biggest and the brightest outside of your category, etc. In terms of email, like campaigns, things sent, how far back can I go? The reason that I ask, what I would love to know from an email perspective is some of the brands that I watch, that I monitor, that I learn from. What I want to see is Black Friday last year. Ooh. What did they send and when did they send it specifically? I ask that because that calendar piece, hey, how often do I send? What did they say? What was the offer? How did I read it? This is like a crucial piece of Black Friday for people to take away from and plan for the future. Is that available inside of TrendTrack? What's that look like?
Listen, you're not helping me because this is the only thing that could be difficult to have for now.
all right. Maybe for the roadmap. Maybe for the roadmap.
That's exactly the point. Let me explain you. So for the ads, for example, you can see what was happening like 10 years ago. So you go on TrendTrack, you go everything, you get access to everything Black Friday stuff, okay? But for email, the problem is that we kind of bringing something very new to the market. And the email, there is only one solution, is that we get inside all the databases and we scrap every single day. Thing is that we launched email in, I think, January or February. So we don't have the email from the past Black Friday. Okay. Yeah, what you're going to use TrendTrack this year, because next year you're going to have access to all the Black Friday from this year, you're going to be able to see, because we get every new email every single day, when first a brand is going to launch Black Friday, you're going to see them, but not the one from the last year, the one from this year.
I think this is
huge.
This is a great
point. It's huge.
For all of our retention, email marketers looking at flows, specifically who's doing what in flows, what order, campaigns. When I'm thinking about next year, Memorial Day, like what brands can I look at? Gosh. What inspiration can I pull away from? When did they send? What do those campaigns look like? There's a lot to take away from there. I don't know anybody else that can do this right now. I think this is a great point on the email side.
Well, the thing we brought is the all-in-one. Before, I mean, there is a lot of tools that are doing. Doing something similar to what we do. The thing what we bring to the market is that it's an all-in-one. So you get access to the email and also the ads, where we have some competitors that are only doing the ads with the same quality that we provide. So the fact that we have all-in-one is that you get to understand everything, absolutely everything, from the landing pages, from the hook to the email, to the Google strategy, to the TikTok, to the Meta, and even more, in one single place. And that's really what makes TrendTrack different.
Wow. That's bananas. Yeah, I mean, I just know from running my own brand how overwhelming each of those big holidays were for email, where it's like, okay, great. We gotta rev it up again. Let's figure out what ideas we're gonna run with. Okay. Well, did anybody else run successful stuff?
Right.
All right, let's make all the assets again. Okay.
It's such a huge thing. What's the offer? Yeah. How do I send it? How do I re-emphasize it without just sending the exact same thing? Like how many times you send it? It's like such a thing. I would imagine, Quentin, all this value you're providing, and we've got to be talking,
$20,000 a month,
$5,000, $10,000 per month. It's my guess, Quentin, right? Is that how much it costs a brand? $10,000 per month.
About what? The subscription
for TrendTrack,
for TrendTrack, right?
For TrendTrack,
a month is like I want to increase the pricing, but it's part of the marketing. But no, we are like the entry stuff for the brand is like $89, and after that it's $149. So it's very accessible.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I say this to say, like, having all of this, like, for, call it $100 is like kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to have.
But that's why I did put an enterprise pricing, because in any chance, if someone wants to pay 10,000 a month, I'm open to taking the call. Okay,
Yes,
just for you to know.
That's right. That's right.
Let's go.
That's incredible, man. Okay, Quentin, tell us this, brother. Where can people find you, follow you, talk with you? Man, I've been seeing videos come out. I think there's got to be like resources where people can like learn how to make the most of TrendTrack, et cetera. Where should people find you, talk with you, and learn more, brother?
Absolutely. We do have a Twitter account, which is TrendTrack.io. I think you mentioned it in your last tweet, and well, we have Instagram as well. But please, guys, we really want to be close to our users. So every time you're going to come on TrendTrack, you have a suggestion to take a call with us, so we can onboard you properly and show you how to use the tool. And inside the platform, you have a lot of educational content where you can understand everything you need to know, and exactly based on what you guys are doing and what you guys need, how to use the tool. Okay, so please write us a message. We will always be there to answer.
Love. Wow. I think too, Colin, coming up, I think that we should create like a segment
absolutely
in the show where we leverage TrendTrack and like look at a playbook specifically, like what brand is doing what, etc. I think something like that would be very valuable.
I told you I was a sales guy. I come in the show.
All right, we'll take that. Let's go, Quentin. Quentin, we appreciate you. We appreciate you making the time to join us. We look forward to having you back, man.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Okay.
Quentin is the most delightful French person I have ever spoken with.
Yes. You get so much in that. You get an unbelievable amount of stuff in just like a small subscription, which is kind of crazy.
You do. It is crazy. And like let's be honest. Like if you're gonna win in e-commerce, you need to know.
Oh my gosh.
You know what's happening now and who's doing what and what you can take away from that and continue to iterate for yourself. Like it's just part of the game, baby. It's part of the game. And if you've got an edge, then you need to exploit that thing. And right now, TrendTrack is absolutely supplying that. So we appreciate what they are doing inside of our space. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, to some stories of the day. Let us hear a little word from our sponsors over at Rocked After Sell and North Beam. Play it for us, Jack. If you're in the ads manager all day long, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that. Shopify says I made this much, I spent that much. Sometimes it's hard to know which ad platform is telling the truth. Northbeam fixes this with their own proprietary data. Starting from the actual purchase, rebuilding the customer journey for real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views, and then pushing that measurement back into the ad platform so they optimize on what's actually driving your revenue, not what those platforms assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Go to northbeam.io, book your demo today. Many thanks for Northbeam being part of the show. If you're getting 5,000 orders a month and you can sprinkle in $3 to $4 extra on each one of those without touching your ads, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. That's what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, Groove Life are doing with Rocked After Sell every single day by adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page, and then stacking an extra 30 to 50 cents just by showing offers from Disney Plus, HelloFresh, Venmo, etc. It's high margin revenue straight to your bottom line. You can be live in minutes. Go to aftersell.com/offers. Truly a no-brainer. Many thanks for Rocked After Sell being part of the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some stories of the day. The first of which being Apple and Klarna have a new budding relationship. And apparently what the future of cell phones is going to look like is leasing your phone. Is this a thing? Is this a thing?
This is a nightmare.
This seems totally new to me as far as I'm aware. I have not been aware of like people leasing their phone before. This seems to be totally new for me. I was not aware of it prior to this. I feel like somebody may come in and say like, come on, dummy. Like we were already basically doing that before, but this sounds like totally new for me. Is this new for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
We may have just had a guest pop in.
We had a little guest come in, but he just peaced out for a sec. A little surprise guest coming in, a big boy.
He was here, but then he left. Is he still here? Should I call him? Should I call him? He's back. Oh my gosh. He's back. He's back.
No.
I wonder, like, here's my thing. I feel like we just need to bring him in here and like
Let's see
what happens.
Let's do it.
And then producer Jack, why don't you bring down the coming up next bar? Because I don't think we were prepared for this, but it's an awesome thing that it's happening right here and now. Let's bring down Apple and Klarna and let's just see who is coming inside of the show. Who is it? Who is this surprise?
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
I'm blown away right now.
Look at that background.
Look at this background. Taylor Holiday, welcome to the show, sir.
Yep. Welcome, boys. Colin, happy haircut. You look good, man. The ears nice and tight. It's some good vibes up front.
And young and smart,
I mean, so youthful.
budding.
Yeah,
I feel this way.
What have you given out your Botox routine, or is your forehead just wrinkleless like that all the time? It's just incredible.
Tell me about your pet
like,
Jack.
Yeah, there's got to be something. You've got to give away something to the. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm looking pretty good right now.
It's so many things.
Furrow the brow for me though, real quick, Chris. Let me see. That's not bad though. For as many children as you have, I would have expected worse.
Right?
Wow.
I'm looking pretty good right now.
I know, boys.
Taylor Holiday, surprise! A surprise to have you.
The flex.
On
Look at that background. What's up with that?
Yeah,
total flex.
Yep. Well, we had our event, out here, and then the step and repeat got jammed behind my desk, celebrating all the folks. So just kind of left it. Brings out my eyes,
Look at you. Golly, that looks so good right now.
Nike Strength. Oh, my skull candy.
And let me say,
I get your boy. Dean's up there. We got,
Dean's up here.
There, Sunday Red.
The Norton brand, Cozy Earth. Interesting development. I believe the one and only George Davis, formerly CMO at Cozy Earth, methinks he is like marketer in residence of some sort over at CTC now. Is this the case?
What's going on?
He is. I actually just prior to this got off the first call with George and one of his potential customers. So yeah, George is coming over. We're going to spend 6 months turning him into a real assassin. Getting him out of the sheets. He's been a little cozy over there, and we're gonna put him to work, teach him some things. And then he's going to bring his wealth of knowledge, and there's going to be a small subset of customers who are going to get to have that experience. It's a new thing we're trying out to sort of take the idea of a profit engineer and take our system and combine it with someone with his level of experience and see what does that look like to put those things together in a way that could make a big difference for some brands in the back half of the year.
Okay, let me just ask this. Here's what I see. Obviously, George, incredible talent, incredible experience over at Cozy Earth. Now I feel like what's going to happen is he is going to be kind of like Terminator-fied. And
that's right.
He's like man and machine is going to meld into
that's
one.
Right.
I don't know if he's T-1000 or if he's like old school Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I feel like man and machine are coming together here.
That's right.
And the CTC system and canon is now George will be equipped with to do some incredible work over the next few months.
Yeah, and so when I think about what AI is enabling organizationally, I think sometimes we think about taking junior level employees and giving them more capacity to think strategically, and that certainly is a value. But I think that really what brands should ultimately want is the smartest person that they can possibly access, do as they possibly can. So you want your best thinker doing the most actions they possibly can, assuming that their decisions multiplied across as much surface area as possible will yield the best results. And I think that's really what we believe our system is about enabling a larger surface area of impact for really smart people. And so you take someone like George, who has lots of amazing experience and great ideas, and you give him the capacity to execute the scope of what a full team could. And all of a sudden you're taking his brain and you're just putting it into more places on your business. And that's really what we're after is, can we find and take the smartest people in the world and give them the ability to impact as much of your business as possible? And I think that's the the hope with what AI offers is that you can combine immense capacity with really incredible experience.
I like that.
Could you dive a little bit into the event that you just had?
For our clients, you're talking about the one that's behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one that's right behind you.
Yeah. We do once a year, we do a client summit where we bring our customers out and we give them a sense of what's coming. It's also an opportunity for us to get a lot of our team together because we're remote. So it's rare that we get to be in person. And so it's 3 days of, we do sort of a 1-day intensive. I give a sort of state of the state, and then we do some breakout groups around core topics. We go have fun, take a boat out, do a little drinking and dancing, and then we'll do our one-on-one sort of cute second half planning event for everybody. So it's an awesome moment. It's underrated how much of this business is relational still. There's so much that is tactical, but the reality is still a very human business. And we like to say that the quality of your relationship is the length of the leash that you earn as you go through the inevitable struggles or challenges you face. And so the more that you know the person, they know you, they trust you, they build confidence in your connection and desire to do good things for them, the more they're willing to work through problems with you. And there's just an inevitability to problems. And so you need that leash. And so those moments are really important.
Wow. Boy, that is a great way to frame that. That's a great way to frame that. And I mean, I would trust you and Aaron Warshawski with my life and my bank account, Taylor.
I know. You would, and I believe that about you. And Aaron just thrives in in-person events, right? So you just got to give Aaron, give him a mic and let him go, you know. And so some of that is he wants to pull out the trombone and bang on it a little bit and take the folks out till 3 a.m. and have a good time with the Sansoni brothers. You know, there's good times to be had all around with Mr. Warshawski involved,
and maybe some good times to be had this fall. I mean,
hey, have you teased this yet? Have we talked about this yet?
I'm teasing it now. I started teasing it now earlier in the show as well. I don't know if you want to give a little more juice to the squeeze.
Ecomm Cowboy, for all of those listening, is going to be hosting the largest UT tailgate in the world.
Yeah, baby!
This year, when they play the University of Arkansas, we're talking a 50-foot inflatable Ecomm Cowboy that is going to be the landmark, and we want all of you to join us. So we're going to put on an amazing tailgate for that Texarkana game.
That's right.
And so we expect all of you to be there, hosted by Ecomm Cowboy and some other local legends.
That is going to be the case. I have already begun circling this among a few local legends, and
it's going to be a party.
Let me just say too, for those who don't know, Texas and Arkansas, bad blood. Okay.
Yep.
And when ne'er the twain shall meet, but when they do meet on the field, boy, it's going to be an exciting time. And methinks the Longhorns are going to stomp a mud hole in whatever happens there. But it's going to be a great time.
If you play your cards right, Chris will take you to the Hall of Fame and show you some of his memorabilia and his name on the wall too. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
So go ahead, finish, and then I want to hear about all your guys. I want to hear about Shopify. How did you guys kill it? You got to meet I'm surprised you're even coming down to hang out with us lowly folk now that you guys have made it to the top.
Oh my God.
I nearly moved to Canada. I did.
Yeah.
I just stayed.
Were they sweet up there? Just kind people?
Oh my gosh.
So good. I have to say, incredible. My top, you give your top impression, Colin, but what I will say is like the Shopify team. Of course, we got to Atlee, VP of Partnerships, Vanessa, VP of Product. We had Ilya, distinguished engineer who worked on the UCP. Of course, we had Harley. We had all these folks on. Man, they are dialed and cracked, and not just like really smart, but they're like given to the purpose of like building the future of entrepreneurship. Like it's real for them. It's real for them. Yeah, and like that to me was like the biggest takeaway and why they are, in my mind, like leading in our industry alongside, Meta, like there are a few others, but they are literally building the future of entrepreneurship on the internet.
Yep.
And it was like, man, it was palpable. It was
Yeah.
That's cool.
palpable being there with them. Colin, your takeaways?
I just think the craziest part is like, so they're putting on this massive conference for all the partners. All the partners are there. All of the stuff is going on. We're interviewing everybody. Quite literally across the room, Toby has been dialed in for 3 days straight with like 500 other developers, quite literally coding the future of Shopify.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
12-hour days just dialed in there. And it's like guys lined up on computers being like, I'm making this thing. I'm making this thing. And you're
That's
like,
awesome.
golly, this is like they're going to war. It feels like,
yeah.
like it's
I think
crazy.
it was more like 5,000, bro. I mean, the entire
was so
company was
many.
there. The entire
It's so
company was
many.
there.
Yeah.
And
That's
they
cool.
were like hackathoning all day long. It was very impressive. Of course, the partners over at .dev, like 2,000 of them were there, personally invited, etc. Out of the 100,000 partners that there are, it's a very special experience.
That's cool. Yeah, I went to the Shopify's developer conference like 15 years ago, like a really long time ago in San Francisco.
Yeah,
And
they talked about this. People talked about that. The one in San Francisco.
It was, and I remember a similar vibe of just feeling like, oh, this is a community with energy that people are really excited to build and be a part of. And I think Toby is on like the very small list of the best leaders in the world. He's just like has an incredible disposition that I think people recognize the unique combination of intellect and empathy and capacity to sort of with foresight for the future, and in a way that's like, he's one of those people you don't want to bet against because he's incredible.
Yeah.
Let me ask this, Taylor, in this vein of knowledge, building the future, etc. I've been hearing of this CTC canon that is available to connect with, interact with, learn from. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do know I don't have access to it.
Yeah.
I do.
So
No, you don't.
Well,
No, you
I
don't.
I do. I got
No, you
Wachowski.
don't.
Yeah, Wachowski gave me access.
Did you
No, he
get,
didn't.
you got the printed version, or did you
No.
get the this is so one of the things that's most exciting to me right now about what AI has enabled is that for so long the idea of having an active, well-researched foundational methodology that gets deployed across every end node of the system is sort of the promise of an agency, right? I talk about this a lot. Operationalizing ideology. It's like we have a belief about how ad accounts should be run. We should be able to check that methodology against the data to validate that it's impactful and does what we want it to do. And then it should be constantly evolving and updating in a way that lives in sort of like a centralized resource that gets deployed. And that, I think, for a long time was something we were able to do in very fragmented pieces because the research took a lot of time. Organizing the data was hard. Creating consistent action across the system was really challenging. There were so many pieces of it. But what AI has really enabled is our capacity to do this so much more effectively. And so the Canon is a project that is about building the operating system behind how we grow e-commerce brands. And I'll give you an example of something that this is a little teaser too, because we have a really cool research project coming out about this. Let's take something like the idea of cost controls, right? Well argued. You guys, I joined your Ecomm Saloon Slack thread, and the first thing I get, right, are jokes about cost controls. And it's because for a long time we've espoused this ideology, right? And one of the things that I think people don't maybe know about me as much as is that like one of the things I take pride in is that I am willing to scrutinize or subject my own ideas to evaluation. And so recently we just did this big research project around, do cost controls deliver the outcome that you intend? So in other words, you set a target, does Meta deliver to that target? And across all three different cost control types. So value optimized with min ROAS, bid cap, cost cap. What is the efficacy of those tools? And we have anywhere between 60 and $100 million of spend every month. And 90-something% of it is spent on cost controls. And so I don't know that there's a larger sample of research for this idea. And so we went back and looked at what was the bid that we placed. In other words, if we set the TROS at 2, if we set the bid cap at $64, if we set what was the output that Meta generated across all three bid types? And then how does that inform how we think about setting bids in the future? And like the output of that was fascinating. in terms of all three tools. And what I'll say without giving away the end, because I want you all to read it later, is one of them is way more effective than the other. Way more effective at delivering to the outcome than the other two options. And there's good reasons for that, I think, that you can sort of put together after the fact. But what it does is it alters the way we approach building an ad account, and it's defensible with an incredible piece of research, right? And so I think that every time we do it, another one, I'll give you an example, is should you turn off an ad, right? Like this is like a well-contended idea, right? Like, okay, so an ad starts spending, at what threshold should you turn it off, right? That's like an idea that you can evaluate, right? And you can look at, if you build a threshold. So let's say you define a threshold, like someone will publish after 3x the CPA, if it doesn't have one conversion, I turn off ads, right? So you can take that idea and you can build a simulation that says, all right, go look at every instance where an ad met that criteria but was left on, and look at the performance after that point forward. So in other words, if you had made a kill decision at that moment, what would the performance have been after the fact, or what was the performance, and would that have been a good, an accretive decision or a destructive decision to value? And you can subject those ideas to evaluation across a really large set of data, and then you can codify the result into the research. And we have this group of people that are on the Canon team that every Friday we're sort of building this research database and updating the Canon, which updates the skills in Claude, which deploys them across the agency. And so it's just like, it's so fun. Like it's really an exciting time to be trying out ideas, because you can scrutinize and evaluate the ideas with so much more clarity than you ever could. And I think so much of our world is a bunch of people just yelling about nonsense that is like so, and I can fall prey to this too. This is not just me pointing fingers, is that we don't subject our ideas to evaluation enough, and to ask, like, is the thing that I'm saying true? And how confident should I be in the truth that I'm espousing? Like, because I think there are degrees of confidence that we have about each idea. And so that's really fun. And these products are changing so fast that it becomes hard. What do you do with incremental attribution? What do you do with, the XYZ, the AI max on search? There's all these new products all the time. So I think it's just a really fun time to be in the work, because you can evaluate it so much more with the systems that exist.
Well, the Canon team, that sounds
That
sounds like an exciting group to know and be a part of. Yeah,
and you should, like, you guys should. It'd be fun to have Anmar. He's who's at the center of that. Sometime he's not the most charismatic guy, but that's how we live on the research team. We don't want him out there trying to win best personality awards. You got to right. But I'll give you, like, so we're trying to I'll give you a little link here, a little teaser. This is
please.
Like, we're trying to publish a research directory. This is like a thing that is going to be a public element soon, that I think is intended to be like almost like a PubMed style analysis of, like, okay, where do these ideas come from, and then why are they or are they not valid, right? So you see my screen?
No.
You don't?
Oh, you got it. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go, baby. Share screen. Yes.
So this is like our research directory, and this is like every research project that we ran like last week as an example. So should Meta use a Meta ad stop loss? Why Meta can't find volume for a health brand? Is traffic quality holding back growth for an apparel brand? Which creative angles are carrying an apparel mix launch? What customer mix sits at behind Google on brand incrementality tests? So so this idea of so here's an example. Where does Google spend actually go? So when we run PMax as an example, we wanted to understand, like, okay, what is the allocated spend across our portfolio when you run PMax, and how should that inform how we think about whether or not we need YouTube as a separate campaign, or shopping as a separate campaign, or etc. So you can see that for us, like, PMax was 53% shopping and 35.1% search, right? Yeah. And so this helps us to think about, like, all right, in the event that we want YouTube more of a distribution, like, PMax can be limiting, and so that gives you validation for setting up YouTube as a separate campaign. This was the one I sort of just talked about, the stop loss rule, this idea that you're going to create a threshold for turning off ads. And there was this hypothesis, the 5x zero return rule, around this idea that like in the event that an ad reaches 5x CPA with 0 attributed purchases, should you turn that ad off? The interesting result was if applied that rule, found was that it interrupted 8 to 27% future winners by count. So you actually, by applying that rule, even at performance that was that poor, you still lost a significant amount of future winners by applying that kind of stop loss rule. So it's things like that that help us to think about why we would or wouldn't. And you can see every week we're running a lot of these. Does new creative unlock more meta spend? When does active ad volume reduce creative win rate? Should meta bid inputs match business goals? Do meta cost controls results match buyer inputs? Like, so thing that we do, and then we keep this directory and it's referenced in the canon as rules are updated. So it's just a way for us to continue apply the broad database access we have to a ton of information, and use it to continue to improve our methodology. And then when a customer asks, like I get on this all the time, customers are like, why did you guys not turn off this ad? Why do you have DABA in this ad set? Why do you guys launch this many ads? Because everybody has a POV. And I can just simply say like, well, here's why I'm open to an alternative POV, but this is the best information that I have. It's my best truth, we like to say. If you have a better one, I'm open to it, but this is the research that underpins the idea. So we feel accountable and on the hook to what we're trying to do.
How do people get that research? Is that publicly available or?
Yeah, so it's in the canon that all of our customers have. It links to so if we say this is the method, here's our campaign structure, here's the research that goes with it. But we're thinking of publishing this entire directory under just a gated view here soon. So that's something we're working through is like, how public do we want to make it? Do we want it to be just readily available? Do we even want to open source it where like people can attempt to recreate the research and add alternative findings? So imagine you had a study and then it was like 3 people ran the similar analysis. So we would basically, each research would also include the Claude prompt that was used to generate it as an example. And you could rerun it across your data and add like a sub-report to try and like reinforce the research. Because I think this is where like, if we think about like a good scientific approach, the idea that like you could replicate the study it would reinforce the quality of it. Like, so is it, we'll do this a lot. Like when House publishes incrementality data around YouTube tests, right? We'll always use that as a reference point to sort of think about, okay, where does our data sit relative to theirs? Are we replicating results? Are they different? Why or why not? And when they're duplicitous, meaning like when we get to an incrementality factor, like on Meta as an example, I think they have a published incrementality factor, weighted factor for the channel at like 1.21 or something. I may be saying that wrong. And ours was like 1.15. Like when you see that bound come in really tight across replicated sets of studies on a broader scale, it gives you higher confidence in that truth, right? Yeah. So again, this idea that there's a degree of confidence in the strategy or ideology relative to the breadth of replicated data across as many different end nodes as possible is how we think about how sure we should be about an idea.
Would you ever add basically a confidence score to each report of like, okay, out of 100, this is the total confidence that we have in each of these reports, and then it's like,
that's a good way to think about it.
It's a 90 out of 100. Yeah,
that's right. Or even not even at the report level, more at the like strategy level. Like, how sure are we that this is the right strategy, right?
Exactly.
So I think that kind of thing is the end state where what you're trying to quantify is this idea of like, how sure are we? Like, how confident are we in this truth? Right. And that should be underpinned by the amount of evidence that we have for it, right? And I think this is a good way to like approach thinking for life in general, right? Is that like, what is the thing that I believe, and what is the information that underpins that belief, and how rich is that evidence set, and therefore how confident should I be, right? We like to think that things are either like binarily true or not true, but I think that it's better expressed often as a confidence interval of like, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 70% sure that this is right, but there's certainly a gap in the information set that could lead me to being wrong, or there could be edge cases or things like that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's like the, it's like how a proverb works. A proverb is true in most cases, and the confidence and application thereof. Let's do this. I think we should take a vote right now on the show. Okay. Let's just take a vote. Who votes in favor of a common thread, making said canon
Publishing
gatedly available.
Okay. Yep.
We've got 2 votes for yay. Producer Jack, I'm not seeing anything in the chat from you. I don't know if she's a yay or a nay. I think she's going to.
We got another yes.
So I think we're united here.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's a fair request, and I want to make sure that we can make it happen.
If one of those reports happened to just fall off the truck and make it way over to the show, we could always cover it on the show.
Yeah, I think when we do the cost control one, I think that's one that I think a lot of people have questions about. And it was really illuminating, I think, the degree to which some of the tools are really useful and some are not as much. And so I think I would be happy to share that and let you guys rap about it.
Incredible.
Let's go.
And what should people do if they want to come to our party in Austin, Texas?
Golly, that's a great question.
Text Taylor directly.
Yeah, exactly.
Find Taylor's phone number and text him directly.
Be like Colin and spam my Slack all morning.
Yes,
long. That's what you should do. And then eventually, I will. I will hear it. No, you should definitely DM one of you two. You guys are the party planners. I'm just an attendee. I'm just a guest.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Hey, it could be that we get George out here, and there's like an incredible kind of.
You know where George is from. You know where George is from, right?
Well, I think he's from Utah, isn't he?
No, he's from Arkansas. So he might be in Razorback gear. Yeah, he's from Podunk, nowhere, Arkansas.
Wow,
hate to see it.
I like it even more already, really. But
I know. So that's good. You need an adversary, though. It would be it wouldn't be fun if it was only Texas folks. You need the guy to make fun of and poke at and yell at him when they turn it over.
And I think we all collectively remember how deadly I am on the golf course. So I feel there could be.
I'll play for you, Chris. I'll play for you.
Yeah, Colin, are you better? Are you better?
Maybe even physically
I'm really good.
deadly on the golf course.
I
almost hit you with a ball. It was a little scary.
Aaron Warshawski is a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. I think he got pushed to his limits playing golf with Chris. It is. It's not bad. Yeah.
No.
For an athlete, the man is supposed to be an athlete, but there's just not a lot of spinal rotation. It's a lot of hands. It's not good.
Aggression. I need things that involve aggression to do well.
Yeah.
And I need time to work on my golf game.
What about the short game?
I'm ready for the vibes. Putting.
No, he's got the touch of a burn victim. It's not good.
Oh gosh, Jesus!
He's got the silky metaphor. He's got a silky soft touch of a man with scars. Yeah.
That being said, we're going to have an incredible time. It is going to be one for the ages, happening here in Austin, Texas.
You think the Wingos will join us? You think we can get the Wingo family out again?
Of course.
I think
why wouldn't they come?
You get the Sansonis, you get the Wingos. Maybe I heard you were even working on a Peyton Manning appearance. That's what I
don't know if I can get Peyton. I don't know if
that's what I just heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. That's what the people are talking about.
But Arch, Arch.
Toby, come join us at the tailgate.
Nice. That'd be nice.
Is he into American football?
Maybe he better be. I'm sure he is. He is.
No way.
Anyway, it's going to be exciting.
We'll make it happen. Texas, Arkansas. What's the date? Can we give the people a date? Do we know the date of that? It's like November 7th or something.
Yeah, let's give the people a date. Texas, Arkansas game. Texas, Arkansas game is going to be. I don't know. It's going to be November 21st. There
you go. That's right before Black Friday too. So that's good. That'll be perfect. A good chance to get it all out.
Yeah,
rest. This is right before Black Friday. It is.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Because remember, Aaron was inviting the Wingos to his Thanksgiving dinner when we were at the. That's what it was. So that makes sense. November 21st. Come join us pre-Black Friday tailgate, Texas, Arkansas. Find the giant inflatable Ecomm Cowboy. We'll see you all there.
It's going to be an incredible time. And DM us, and we will make it happen. Taylor, we appreciate you making the time to join us. We love you, brother. And we look forward to doing more together. Hook 'em, baby. Hook 'em.
See you soon, boys.
What that?
A wonderful surprise.
Great surprise.
A wonderful surprise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, try my best for a big hitter.
Wow. That was a total surprise. Was not expecting that. You know what I need after something like that?
Dude.
I need to get hydrated. You know,
Every time. It's like a jump scare.
Like conversation like that, you just need a little fast pickle. You need nature's electrolytes. You know what I'm saying? It is
like it's an actual jump scare with how much you have.
Oh wow, that's good. That's good.
God.
Friends. I mean, especially now, hey, Jordan Menard, he's done with instant hydration. You know, It's like, where else would you go with your hydration needs than Fast Pickle? I mean, I don't know. I don't know where else you would go. One more just for a good measure.
God,
delightful. I took it out of the fridge. I did put it in the fridge.
You
it's
put it
cold.
In the fridge? Good. Thank God.
Yesterday was warm.
That was warm.
Is it better cold? I mean, probably. Was it great warm? It was great warm too, to be honest.
Wow.
It was.
Make a great cocktail with that.
Yeah, you could really. You could. Really I didn't want to say that on stream, but you said it, and now I affirm it. You could.
Yeah, you easily could. It'd be a great little mixer. Yeah,
great mixer. Producer Jack, I think it's time for us to move forward to a little watch and react action. Do you agree, Colin Dougherty? I think so. I think it's time to move forward to AC for your seat, or as Colin One Shot Dougherty would say, AC for your buns. On our way there, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear a word from our sponsors over at Sati and Rich Panel. Play it for us, Producer Jack. Your CX team is buried in repeat tickets that are costing you money. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache and automates 70 to 80% of your interactions. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you on the rest end to end. If you're paying humans $2 to $10 per ticket, you need to see what 30 cents feels like. Ridge did this, cut their cost per ticket by 70%, save $500,000, and 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days guaranteed, or your money back. Go to richpanel.com, book your demo today. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of the show. Affiliate program. It looks fine on paper. Commissions going out, sales coming in, but the industry is built on last click attribution. It's an oversimplification of affiliates as a channel. Sati is the first affiliate platform built on multi-touch attribution, cookieless, Shopify native, services who introduced your customer, who nurtured them along the way, and who closed the sale. So you're no longer just looking at a flat list of commission payouts. You have a map of how your affiliate channel moves people through the buying decision. Go to mysati.io/champion/ecom-cowboy. Get 20% off your plan. Many thanks for Sati being part of the show. A little watch and react action for us here, my friends. Ritwik Pavan of Hardware Nation has surfaced for us again an incredible product that I'm not sure you would want to admit that you own. But
why?
We'll get into it. But an incredible product, to say the least, nevertheless. This is Xpolar. I will read here from Ritwik. Xpolar built the 8 Sleep for your office chair. C1 is a smart cushion that uses semiconductor cooling, liquid microcirculation, and posture sensing to make long sitting sessions more comfortable. Actively cools down to 64 degrees, heats up to 113. Liquid microcirculation moves heat in and out of the cushion. Pressure sensors track sitting posture and weight distribution. Pro model adds AI sit score and posture analysis. Auto pauses when you stand up and resumes when you sit back down. Starts at 169. I'd like to play this video for the good people here. Producer Jack, sound on. Let us take it in. We shall watch and react.
Smart cushion. Upgrade your chair. Elevate your well-being. Powered by an advanced semiconductor core, integrated cooling fins, and liquid thermal conduction, it actively adapts to your body, creating a healthy environment that lasts all day. Activate cooling to instantly banish the heat. It protects your body from overheating.
I love it.
empowering you to sustain long-time focus. Now, switch to deep warm. It boosts healthy circulation, reversing the hidden damage of
that's
sitting,
fun.
and keeps you energized.
Wow.
The smart system learns your body's rhythm, automatically balancing temperature so you never lose focus.
Amazing.
And gently reminds you to move before stiffness hits.
Wow.
Customized AI and hidden sensors do the hard work for you. Real-time posture tracking guides you with the simple score. So sitting healthy and balanced becomes completely effortless. Custom ergonomic memory foam provides comfortable support from your desk
I love this.
to your home to thoughtful wheelchair support. With flexible plug-in or battery power, it turns any seat into a healthy foundation.
Okay.
Change begins the moment you sit. X-Polar C1.
Wow.
Master your seat. Master your well-being.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy.
Reactions from you, Colin Dougherty. We'll start with you, sir.
Absolutely unbelievable. I would love one so badly. I think we both need these for our offices. I don't know about you. I'm a really sweaty dude. I sweat at the drop of a hat, basically. And I'm always sweating. I'm sweating right now. I'm constantly sweating all the time.
Don't say
I'd-
that. Don't say
I'd
that.
love it's just my natural body, dude. I just get nervous. I get nervous and anxious about all the things.
Don't say that out loud.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I'm sweating all the time. I'm constantly
Don't
sweating.
say that.
Yeah, constantly sweating. So I would love this. I think we should grab one. They launched on Kickstarter. They had a Kickstarter goal of $5,000.
Okay.
They are currently at $100,000 raised.
All right. Okay. Just
It's crazy.
imagine. Just imagine. Okay.
Yeah.
Being live on the internet
Yeah.
or at home and trying to explain this to family and friends. Oh, I get sweaty. I get sweaty down here.
Yeah, I get sweaty. No, my body, like my whole body. This is so
No,
fair.
no. Wait, you got to get it. Like when I'm sitting, it's all heat down here. It's all
Oh my
heat.
God.
I'm hot. I'm hot.
Yeah.
I'm sweating. I mean,
The
everything,
Louisiana swamp. It's
everything
crazy.
down here is swampy. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a problem. I got a real
Yeah.
problem. Everything is swampy down here.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is a home run product. This is
Bro.
a home run product.
Imagine, okay, like admitting that out loud and saying, like, I need AC like blowing up under me all of the
It's so
time.
awesome.
Well, that's like that's a hard sell. That's a hard
No
sell.
shot.
It's a hard
No
sell
shot.
to get people to admit, okay, yes, I'm sweaty all of the time, and I
I'm always
need
sweaty.
AC blowing up into my pants
Yeah.
all of the time so that I can sit and work. Okay. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like kind of a big thing. Okay. It's like not an easy, it's not, that's why they're like framing that as like every seat becomes a firm foundation. Like, why do you need to say it that way? Which is great couching. It's great framing. Why do you need to say it that way though? Like, it's a kind of a hard thing to admit. Like, yeah, I'm just like sweaty all the time down here. Like, they show the guy playing the game. He's like gaming hardcore. He's like hardcore gaming.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like sweaty. It's like a swamp all the time. That was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I mean, this is the easiest sell in the world on a hot summer day. Would you come in from a hot summer day outside, you got to go to work, and then you sit down on your chair and it's cold. It's ice cool.
Okay,
And
but
it's
just like think about the ads. Think about the ads.
oh, I would
Do you
crush
s-
those ads.
Do you sweat all of the time while you
Yeah.
are sitting down? Are you uncomfortable in all
love it.
circumstances at all times? Like it's like kind of a hard thing to like kind of like get at.
There's also the piece of like when you are like cool and you get like cooled air blown at you, it kind of wakes you up. So there's like a focus aspect you could really dial in here where you're like you're jolted up a little bit, you're focused up,
Yeah.
ready to rock the day.
I get it.
I love
get
this.
it. I think
I couldn't be a bigger fan.
I think it's a great product. Okay, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great product. Probably works awesome. Probably feels great to have
Yeah.
literal AC coming up under you all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
To, one's undercarriage. I would imagine that feels great.
Awesome.
I'm just saying, like, on the salesmanship side, it's a little bit of a hard thing to like get people to admit. I would think.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think it's an easier sell.
We shall see. There is apparently many people who are very excited about it, which is why the Kickstarter has
crazy.
gone so well. Applause to the
Crazy.
X-Polar team for bringing this into the world. I do have to admit, it's like probably wildly comfortable, I would imagine.
Plus the heating. So there's another piece of this, the heating part. You like
I
totally
know.
skimmed over that.
I know. I skipped over that part because it's not that interesting to me. The heating part's not that interesting. I will say I am usually cold. I'm usually cold, especially
You're
when
cold?
I'm not. Yeah, when I don't drink enough or when I don't eat enough calories, which is like, been the case for like the past 6 months.
Wow.
When I don't eat enough, I'm like cold basically all the time. Like
Always hot.
inside of my house, I've got like jackets on and sweatpants.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like blazing outside. I mean, it's like brutally hot outside right now. For people who don't know, Central Texas and Texas in general, but Central Texas and West Texas, especially in the summer months of July and August, it is a place of pain. It is a place of pain that
It really is.
you hide inside. It is not a delight to go outdoors. That being said, I'm still cold inside most of the time. I think very interesting.
Wow.
I think it's very interesting. It's probably an awesome product.
I love it.
I don't know that I would want to get people to admit, like, yeah, is your undercarriage always swampy? Great.
Yeah.
We built a product for you. It's like kind of it's a delicate thing is what I'm saying.
This is a home run product for Charleston, South Carolina. This is a home run product.
Jack loves this. Jack gets me. Jack gets what I'm saying. She gets it.
Dude, it's a home run product for the bros in Charleston, South Carolina that are the Wall Street boys that are getting a little bit sweaty down there. This is a home run product.
Okay, you've heard of sweaty back, SWAC.
Yeah,
sweaty back. There's also another term. There's SWAS, which I don't need to get into, but there's SWAC, there's SWAS, like like I could see taking like a very like Chubby's type like frat daddy angle on this.
They could
it's
crush.
Like, it's funny and it would crush.
Manscaped.
Yeah, Manscaped. Okay,
crush.
But like that's like not the line that they're going. You know what I'm saying? That they're like they're trying to be like buttoned up and professional and like push it toward like the office, like technological focused crowd, which like you can't like really dabble in the SWAC and the SWAS and the sweaty undercarriage, the swampy undercarriage type, play.
Can you imagine trying to bring this on an airplane? Because if you like get out of on an airplane, you're like, no. It's my seat. It's for my seat.
I need an AC coming up. If you understand what I'm saying. When I sit down,
you can't bring this.
Like, I know you got AC this way. I need AC this way.
2 ways. I need 2 ways. Yeah.
I need double AC.
It's like crazy. Definitely not allowed.
Again, X-Polar team, great. I bet it's an awesome product. I'm just saying, like, it could be a little difficult to navigate as far as the marketing is concerned. I do think you could take it like the frat daddy, the chubbies, you could take it that way and probably crush. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what you want to do right now. It doesn't seem like. Just point that out. Congrats to the X-Polar team.
Go.
AC for your buns, moving forward to other great finds upon the interwebs. Ladies and gentlemen, let us have a word from our sponsors over at Universal Ads and Ty. Play it for producer Jack. Your email provider and your tech stack probably only recognizes about 1/3 of your returning shoppers. Everyone else, they're browsing anonymously, and your flows, they're just sit idle. Ty identifies up to 70% of your total site traffic and pushes those shoppers into the flows that you already run. Caraway, as an example, uses Ty's predict scoring to lift opens by 40%, clicks by 30%, while sending 20% fewer emails. Go book a walkthrough. Go to meetty.com/cowboy. When you do, tell them that Colin and I sent you today. Many thanks for Ty being If your growth is plateauing on search and social, it's time to rethink TV. Universal Ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual mystery of getting involved with television. You get both premium streaming and linear inventory all in the same place, okay? You're reaching net new target audiences outside of the same crowded social feeds. We're all spending our dollars today. There's no hidden markups or fees. Campaign setup and management. It's just like search and social. You get running minutes. TV that's designed, that delivers for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com. Use code UA Cowboy. You can get $1,500 in matched ad credits. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of. Hey, Jack, producer Jack, I just had another great find. Okay, while we were inside of of a word from our sponsors here, I just put it in the saloon that our past guests are inside of every day.
Let's
It's been
go.
a great saloon day, by the way. A great
Huge
saloon
saloon day.
day. Specifically talking about Euro Ecomm summer. This one from Matt Lady. Look at this thing. Can you zoom in on this pic?
Adding it.
Wow. Locked in on this Ecomm Cowboy live stream. Look at Taylor's headset.
That's amazing. It needs to be bigger. It honestly needs to be bigger.
Just a little bigger, and
It needs
points
bigger.
for Matt Lady. A great meme here. The headset, Taylor's headset has become it's become D2C lore, and I think we need to only keep it going and moving it forward.
So good.
A great find. Well done, Matt Lady. You are the man. Moving forward to more great finds, ladies and gentlemen. An incredible opportunity. I mentioned it here.
Gosh.
Probably so that you can't steal it for hot jobs.
Dang it. I was
Colin
going to steal
Dougherty.
this exact
I know. That's why I added it to run a show. So you couldn't steal it from me. Now neither of us can use it.
I am. I'm foaming at the mouth about this job.
Dan McCormick of Create Gummies says Create is hiring a VP of growth and e-commerce. One of our goals is to be the #1 creatine brand by sales volume in the world. Awesome goal.
Crazy.
I think we're currently at like 4 or 5, but have a pathway to #1 by the end of 2028. The person's job is to make us #1. Very clear goal. Very clear
goal.
marching orders.
Which
Very
is
clear.
also really good to have, by the way.
Totally.
This is your
Totally.
job. This is the line. All you have to do
Yeah.
is get to the line. Great.
Yeah. And like, how do we get there? Well, probably a lot of ways we could
That's
get
you.
there. But
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
the goal is #1.
Yeah.
Some quick hitters on the biz. Have not shared these before. Run rating greater than 150 mil and growing very quickly.
Crazy.
#4 creatine brand on Amazon. #1 creatine brand at Target. Profitable for last 12 months. Awesome. Role will lead the following teams: performance marketing, retention, and lifecycle marketplaces. Ecom best candidate has previously scaled a brand well into 9 figs. Still very much enjoys getting into the weeds. Someone people love working for. Email dan@trycreate.co if this is you. Methinks an incredible opportunity to add a gigantic notch on one's belt. Great opportunity. I love this. Your thoughts, Colin Dougherty?
I mean, you already know. Just some of the quick hitters should get you so fired up about this. We talk about on the show that like great marketers work for great brands. This is a perfect example of that, where just the quick hitters should show you that this is a train that you need to jump on, because this is such a runaway train already. All you need to do is basically pour jet fuel on top of that, and it's going to kaboom up if you're capable of that. There's a couple guys that I already have in mind for this, but this is going to be a really hard one to get.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one to get, but worthwhile to do.
Crazy.
And make an attempt. If you
Also,
are said person, why not shoot thy shot? What were you
also,
saying, Colin?
endless supply of creatine gummies for yourself, probably. Just being
which
yoked.
is, yeah, that's right. Why not be yoked if one can, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not be
Why not?
yoked? Next, inside of our great finds, perhaps a mysterious word from Jason Wong here over at Packing Duck. This seems to be an announcement that Packing Duck and Siegelman Stable now working hand in hand. I cannot say for sure.
Bars.
I can neither affirm nor
Bars.
deny. I did not talk
Look
with
at that.
Jason before surfacing this tweet, but methinks this is a quasi-official announcement. Is that fair?
That's fair. Also, are you seeing the very bottom of that bag?
No. What's
Look at the zoom in of the bottom of the bag.
I'm looking.
Powered by Shopify.
Bars.
This might be a 3-way collab, potentially.
Kind of clean. Wouldn't Siegelman Stable already be on Shopify, though? I would just assume
they are.
That's a done deal.
It could be a collab to showcase the brand as a really, and they're very successful already.
Oh, yeah. Which is why they're always like making hats for the Knicks and stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Their hats are sick.
Thirdly, among our great finds here, surfaced by the one and only James Camp, who was here on the show not too long ago, a few months ago. James Camp surfaced this graphic from Visual Capitalist. New millionaires, the greatest country the world has ever seen, new millionaires in 2025. Nearly 1 million people became millionaires in 2025, about 2,680 per day. Of that share, almost half of them, it seems, if I'm reading this correctly, almost half of them came from inside the United States.
I don't doubt it. It's all the boomers that got in at like a 2% interest rate and won't sell their house, and I'm waiting for them to die so I can scoop it up.
You think that's where I didn't think about that. You think that's
where all of them are? That's where all of them are. I bet you if you do an age breakdown demographic, it's probably 60 plus for 90% of these. It's all them. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting in the corners for you to, oh, we got to go to a home now. Thanks. I'll grab that house now.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Wow. Hardcore. Yeah. Hardcore.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we won't get into it, but I got issues with the boomers, dude.
Okay. Topic for another day, perhaps.
We could do a 3-hour show on boomers and how they destroyed our economy.
Okay. Great news for Throne Science.
Oh my gosh.
This comes from the one and only Scott Hickle, known as Poop Guy on X.
Very butt heavy show today.
Really? Oh yeah, that's the X
butt heavy show.
I told you, man. I told you, it's like you got to walk that line. Not easy.
Yeah,
not easy. Isn't. You know, Scott Hickle, very used to walking the line, or just being very forward. You know, about reading one's excrement to know how one's health is.
Yeah.
Scott Hickle says this: I'm thrilled to share that Throne Science has raised 10 mil to advance our vision of building a smoke detector for colon cancer. This is like really good phrasing,
so good.
I think.
Crazy good copy
for colon cancer. I still I think it's necessary. I don't love thinking about poop, but necessary for the product. Okay.
Dude, it's like health.
Necessary for colon cancer, measuring, I would
huge.
imagine. Okay. We started this company 3 years ago. In that short period of time, we built a world-class health tracker that our members often compare to Apple. That's exactly what we were going for, and we're just getting started. Incredibly grateful for the support of our investors, my co-founders, our team, and most importantly, our members. In particular, I want to thank Benny G49, that's Ben Gardner, partner at Will Ventures, and Katie Jacobs Stanton, for being our day one. Fern Mandelbaum, Warren Schaefer, Max Mullen, Tara Viswanthan, Justin Driscoll, Justin Mayers, and all those whose belief have made this next chapter possible. My younger brother recently said it best 20 years ago, it was a crazy idea to sleep in a stranger's home or ride in a stranger's car. In 20 years, it would be crazy not to have a camera in your toilet. It's kind of an interesting way to put that, really. Throne has the unique opportunity to save 1 million lives. I cannot imagine a more meaningful way to spend my life than to work in the service of this mission. Powerful. Let's go, Scott. Let's go, Scott Hickle. I feel that mission, baby. Powerful.
I am more so focused on the macro of this. Like, again, it's the wave you're riding instead of like the actual vehicle. Colon cancer among young people under 50 years old since the 1990s is up 50%. And so this is a very real thing that is affecting a lot of people. And so the earlier you get screened, the earlier you're doing all these tests, the better. I could not be more bullish on this company. They're going to go to, I mean, they are going to be $100 million in like that. We're going to blink and they're going to be at 500.
Yeah, I guess wow. That makes sense. It makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
if you can know, like one would want to know. It makes
exactly.
sense.
100%.
They do say ignorance is bliss, but not if it leads to colon cancer.
Facts.
Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of goated watch and reacts before we get their word from our sponsors over at Intelligems and Proxima AI. Play it, producer Jack. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it yet. Most brands and marketers brief from instinct. Okay, what's our best performing ad? Let's change a little bit. Proxima changes the input here, reads your conversions against real shoppers across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands. Shows you exactly who's buying, what else they respond to, and where your account has gaps. You just wire up Meta, wire up Shopify. Proxima begins to map every conversion back to a real buyer segment inside the commerce graph. And no longer are you briefing from a blank page. You get a feed of creative briefs. First 3 briefs are going to be free for you every single month. Go to Proxima.ai, stop the slop. Many thanks for Proxima being part of the show. What is the next big idea that could change your business? Is it a price change, adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle, strategy, or an app? Discovering and testing those high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligems exists. It's an AI powered testing platform, helps you find the changes worth making. If you're looking for your next big idea, they have you covered. Go to intelligems.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to have 3 ideas that you can test today. Totally free, AI powered audit. Go talk with Intelligems. Get the next new big idea for your business. Many thanks for Intelligems being part of the show. A very nostalgia formed segment here inside of this next watch and react. We have a couple of minimalistic phones, okay, and a emphasis on analog again from the one and only Gary V on collectibles, especially. First here though from Ritwick, who is a fount of incredible information inside of consumer, especially on the hardware side. He has surfaced a couple of phones here. Jack, I want the good people to see this thing. Yeah, just keep the video playing here. I'm going to read. Minimal Phone 2 looks like a modern BlackBerry, does it not? Do you think modern BlackBerry? When you see this, I like this.
Absolutely.
I like modern BlackBerry, actually. Built to stop doom scrolling. I know you like that one, Colin Dougherty.
Love that one.
Built to stop doom scrolling. Although in some sense, our livelihoods and serving people who watch the show kind of depend on doom scrolling. Keeps the physical keyboard and focus first software, but upgrades the design with a smaller body, better keys, premium aluminum build, physical QWERTY board, smaller, more refined than the original minimal phone. I don't think I remember the minimal phone. Yeah, I do. I remember the first. I think I do. Smaller, more refined, premium aluminum body, improved software built to feel faster and calmer, designed around calls, text, tools, and fewer distractions. Wait list is open. You a fan of this one? Yay, nay?
Huge fan of this one. This is like a really crazy take for this. I'm on their website right now. I think it'd be really interesting to have this phone for the weekend if you're trying to like unplug and maybe like your family can get access to you. You know what I mean? Where it's like your normal phone that has connected to TikTok, you got all the things, you have all the dopamine hooked up to your regular phone for the week. Your Saturday, Sunday phone, it's like 12 people have your phone number and or can text you. And it's like, you need me? I'm going on my weekend phone. Just a heads up.
Would you include me in that?
You'd get
small list. Would I get on that list?
Yes, you'd get in the list. Yes.
I hope you're not just saying that. I hope you're not just
no, you would get in the list.
But it does make me feel
$500.
It makes me feel, welcome.
Wow.
I wouldn't say oh my gosh. I wouldn't say romantic, but it makes me feel loved. It does.
$500?
Maybe call this like a Sabbath phone, essentially. That's what it is. If it's a weekend phone. It's kind of like a Sabbath phone.
I like
it's
that.
It's $500.
It's $500 for the 6 gig, 128 storage. It's $550 for the 8 gig, 256 storage.
256 storage. Are we talking about like gigs or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing I don't know about. I want GPS. I need GPS. I need some kind of GPS.
Maps are in there. Books, calendar, email, messages, maps, music, phone, Uber. Uber's kind of cool.
I'm down. I'm That's
I'm super down.
Tickling all my fancies.
That's cool.
I do want the music piece. I want music like podcasts,
Yeah.
I think let's keep the socials off of there. Another option for this that Ritwick services here is another BlackBerry style phone. This is the Clicks Communicator, I believe is what they call it. Okay, the Clicks Communicator. You just keep it playing here, Producer Jack. Show the good people the video, and I will read. You're going to see it in action here as he plays. You can just start it again. Yeah, just start it at the front. You'll see it in action. The Clicks Communicator's Android phone. Don't love that. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. But it's an Android phone. Built for people who want real typing, fewer distractions, more control over which notifications actually matter. Physical QWERTY board, touch-sensitive keys, let you scroll without covering the screen. Signal light. So there's like a little signal light on the side that lights up when somebody's texting you. Prompt key gives quick access to AI and custom actions. Message hub pulls priority combos. It's got a headphone jack, a physical SIM, and an eSIM micro SD storage up to 2 terabytes. This I like how he's touching the screen. I like the way Shopify looks on there, and I love the keyboard. I like the physical keyboard. I don't love the scrolling action though when he's looking for apps and he's like scrolling through the letters. I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I feel like this is a weird middle ground between analog and then the real phone. It's like, well, I might as well just get the real phone at that point because it already connects to like WhatsApp, Slack, Gmail, Telegram, already Google Drive, photos, like everything already. So it's like, this is just my phone with a keyboard now.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go back, like take me back to the OG, take me way back to the OG Crackberry, but give me like some modern sensibilities with like I can still listen to YouTube music or
order an Uber.
Order an Uber. That's what I want. So I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote a nay, respectfully. I'm gonna vote a nay on the Clicks Communicator. I'm gonna vote a yay on the minimal phone too. That's what
I love that.
With this one. Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, we shall close out today's show. Closing time, a few words of wisdom coming our way.
What about Gary V on collectibles?
Gosh, I totally skipped Gary V.
You skipped it right over. The man, the myth, the legend.
Jack, I'm sorry. I know that offended you, and I want to apologize right here and now. I'm going to go ahead and play this for myself. I didn't mean to offend. Let's go ahead and bring up Gary V. Get a little word on analog via the savant of social that Gary V is. He has this to say: I've been in a 7 to 10 week cocoon around collecting, becoming the next lifestyle genre. Play the sound on first, Producer Jack. Comes from our friend.
I'm in a very weird place right now. I've been in a 7 to 10 week cocoon around the collectibles industry becoming the next lifestyle genre. Yeah. And so like my consumption of anything happening in pop culture is at an all-time low the last 2 months because I've been in the lab, on this thesis that I've been on for about 8 years that I think is about to completely blow the roofs off of. Like, for example, let me give you, for instance, to give you even more color, again, always try to think about how to bring value to this smart show. We've started at VaynerMedia a collectibles marketing division, just like Coca-Cola started a sports marketing division when the Olympics were getting important as a driver to consumption. I believe in 10 years, every Fortune 500 consumable product, apparel, CPG, will have a collectibles marketing strategy. I don't know if you guys saw lines around the door at Popeye's Chicken for the One Piece collectible. People flooding to a Dodgers game to get the One Piece collectible. I think that in differentiation in an AEO, GEO, agentic commerce world, differentiation around collectibles and community to get people to stop their normal pattern of what they're just reordering because they want to buy a deodorant that has a collectible of their favorite. I just see collectibles eating up because of what it means for community and analog and value and investment.
Yeah, and AI creates is going to continue to create insane abundance. Like one example is everyone can have a SaaS product now. You can make it. Everyone will.
Railway is the all-in-one.
Wow.
I think very interesting.
I want to say that I flagged this for the show today, but you didn't want to cover it, which is Lego is doing their customized collectible pieces for Marvel Avengers Doomsday that they're just going to sell out because it's a collectible aspect. It's like a memorial piece for
Yeah.
that specific event. I might even grab one, to be so honest with you.
Here's what I'll say. I think there's a lot to this. There is totally a there in
I
a
agree.
increasingly AI-ified world. While that is zigging, there's going to be a lot of money to be made zagging the barbells type situation that Gary has constantly commentated on. As everything software, SaaS, AI over here, there's going to be tremendous opportunity, analog, in real life, collectibles, physical products, good for us in consumer. The interesting thing for me is, I will just say, like, personally, I don't think that I am a stuff person. I like actually enjoy throwing stuff away. I enjoy getting rid of stuff. I don't like to have the stuff. What I like to be is to be freed up to go and to be other places with other people.
Sure.
You know, I just do. So I think like it just inherently doesn't like register with me as much, the collectibles piece, but great examples he mentioned. And I'll also say, I was at an event with the guys over at Zaylab, and we were in Miami. It was an incredible event. It was Miami F1. It was like top tier experience. Okay. Isaiah, Jared, Shaner, it was awesome. While I was there, there was a business owner from Canada, owns a collectibles business. Massive. Okay. Yeah. Massive. Okay. Very like, just soft-spoken guy, very chill, like you would never imagine. He's got this like giant business, but it's all focused on collectibles, like anime, like trading cards, like all the things that you could imagine. And so in 2026, as the world has evolved, I would only think there's going to be increasing opportunity here, like Gary is underscoring and memorializing, you know, cultural experiences in one's life. There's got to be a lot of juice to be had there.
I completely agree. I think this is a home run niche, and especially with people that already have existing IPs, they can leverage all of that. Like example is Legos. Big one that always gets brought up that I think is a home run is Pokemon. Like it's a great IP existing. It can be an amazing collectible. All these different kind of pre-nostalgic IPs, those are going to be home runs for collectors.
I think we need to have Isaiah Bollinger back on the show to talk about what he's doing in the collectible space.
Would love.
Very interesting and wise words from Gary V that we would do well to take heed to. Moving forward to closing time and some words of wisdom. Let us hear a word from our sponsors over at Postscript. Play it, Producer Jack. There's a reason when people make a switch from whatever SMS partner they have at Postscript, they see a plus 22% increase in SMS revenue on average. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being the top 1% account in their entire platform inside of a year. And the secret is, I just did what they said. And what they are saying is that you're leaving money on the table and your customers text you back. Go get the conversation report, direct-to-consumer.co/the conversation report. The good news is Postscript's AI shopper can now have one-to-one conversations with your customers at scale. Many thanks for Postscript being part of the show. There has been much hubbub about agentic commerce. Is it real? Is it now? Is it future? Is there a there? On the other side of Shopify, I'm very convinced. I was largely convinced before. Agentic commerce, very real. It is the future.
Huge.
On the other side of Shopify, I'm even more convinced. Confidence score, quite high, very high, 95+% for me. Okay. Northbeam. And the one and only Brian Bumgarner. Some great data for us here. Scroll down and show us the graphic, Producer Jack. I shall read. Is AI stealing revenue and visits from legacy organic search? Question. At Northbeam, we track more than $6 billion in ad spend a year across 1,000 of the world's fastest growing businesses. Looking at all their data in aggregate, we can see a nascent but intense influence of AI on e-commerce purchases. This chart shows percent of total organic visits across all Northbeam customers that came from AI and the percentage of organic search revenue that had some sort of AI touchpoint involved. This suggests that AI tools are cannibalizing organic search, and the chart is sloping upward exponentially. And I know that there is more to agentic commerce than just like search 2.0, but it is I feel a appropriate colloquial way to refer to what is happening inside of LLMs, etc. And we have been talking this, and it is replacing and cannibalizing organic search in its older forms of e-commerce and D2C. And interesting to see this intense, growing, exponential factor happening with AI search 2.0, and it's stealing revenue from legacy organic search. Your thoughts on this, Colin Dougherty?
This is going to be the smallest number this is ever going to be in our lifetime. This is going to be the smallest number it's ever going to be. I would not be surprised this time next year, this makes up 15%.
Yeah.
I would say this balloons up to 15% easily, maybe even 20%. This thing is going to just keep going up. There's no way that the genie is going back in the bottle, and this is going to go down at any time soon. So you need to strap in, prepare yourself for the world of AI search, prepare yourself for agentic, and make sure you are fully being able to be found by these LLMs, because this number is the smallest it's going to be in our entire lifetime.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All of the efforts in SEO of old should now very much be steered toward enabling oneself to be found and winsomely found upon all the various LLMs, which Shopify is enabling and helping us do. Next, Sam Altman has an interesting claim here about the singularity, which I still don't really know what that means, other than like AI is sentient in some sense, or Terminator 2 may come. But anyway, he has this to say. This surfaced to us by way of Unusual Whales. The tweet is, per ABC, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has said that AI singularity has arrived. And there are a number of people in the comments who are commenting like, Jensen saying AGI is here, all of the things. I'm not aware yet of Terminator 2 and Skynet being upon us, but anyway, it's something to take note of if the people's in charge of guarding it and or bringing it to us say that the singularity is here. Big moment for MTS, who has been
huge moment
chronicling the singularity. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I would say that there's a good chance that someone at the level of Sam Altman might have an LLM that's different from what you and I are getting. And so there's a very good chance that he has access to a super intelligence, which is basically a AI system that is smarter than humans. So, I mean, do you think he has access to that? Probably. I mean, he's training these things all the time with so much money. So do you think he gets there? I think he gets there pretty quickly. Maybe Anthropic has already reached a singularity piece as well. And I would say probably NVIDIA as well, just with how much their war chests are. It's just about the fact that they are keeping these things, tinfoil hat. I think they're keeping these things very close to the chest in-house to like 3 executives. And it's like, nobody else gets this.
Until the model itself decides to free itself from its chains.
Like already kind of, it's so insane.
And hack into Hugging Face or whatever it's going to hack into to leave notes for itself on how to release itself from its chains. Very interesting, to say the least. And perhaps, perhaps we'll all be asking AI how to grow our own food here in the future. It's hard to say. Hard to say.
It's crazy. I mean, dude, we're gonna be talking about this next year. Like this time next year, I can't imagine the conversations we're gonna be having about AI. Just with the progress that we've made in the last 6 months.
I know.
It's like, okay, well, like, what's next? Like,
it's pretty crazy.
Full on sentient guy just walking around like, hello.
What I will say is that I think all of this leads to the empowerment of the one-man brand. And the reason that I'm so strong and love our industry of e-commerce, direct-to-consumer, consumer, retail, however you want to couch it, the reason that I love it so much is that in my mind, it is a one-to-one for finding and building the American dream for oneself in the digital frontier of today. What was possible for our ancestors in America, in the West of old, the frontier, building generational wealth for oneself, striking, making a stake and navigating all the various trials and natural disasters and outlaws and whatever may come. The analog for that today is on the digital frontier of the internet and building a business for oneself and interacting with consumer in some way, internet entrepreneurship, be it on the service side, be it on the physical product side, be it on the software enablement side. And the reason that I love what is happening inside of AI is that we are increasingly, I see it being a betterment for the one-man brand, the small team operator that can do more with less and still find a way in the world for oneself. So, we shall see, but I am still excited and very positive about the things to come. The American dream is alive and well on the wild, wild web today.
I love it.
Last of our wise words in our closing time, Welch's gummies, targeting Gen Z, older Gen Z, 20-something Gen Z, with functional snacks still in gummy form. Not just the Welch's fruit snacks in the days of yore. As Modern Retail reports this to us, as gut health continues to dominate the wellness conversation, 25-year-old Welch's Fruit Snacks is the latest legacy brand to lean into better-for-you snacking by adapting to changing wellness habits. This year, Welch's Fruit Snacks is continuing to expand beyond its traditional line of fruit snacks with the launch of new functional offering this summer, rolled out probiotic yogo fruits. Makes sense. Marking the brand's expansion into the growing yogurt snack category. Earlier this year, announced it had completed the process of phasing out artificial food dyes across its portfolio. Awesome. Moves are the latest by Welch's Fruit Snacks in a quest to retain its top spot as the top-selling fruit snack brand in the country as it caters to a wider demographic that includes young Gen Z. Consumers at the center of everything we're doing. We never stop listening or innovating in the fruit snacks space. I wonder, what more here is to come. When they say functional snacks, I start to think of nootropics and things, I would not have guessed about this Fusions line that they are offering and developing, flavor combos, dual textures, etc. But if they can get us good things inside of a gummy, taking a page out of Groon's book, and get us some yummy things inside of a familiar format of old, probably winsome for everyone involved.
Yeah. Some exec at Welch's saw the Groons exit and said, "Give me all the probiotics in the entire world now. We already have the infrastructure in place. Why aren't we doing this?
Why aren't we doing this?"
It's so crazy. It's you guys already have all the factories and everything built out. Why would you not just easily pivot? I mean, not easily. That's hyperbole, but just kind of shift away into the next thing. There's one thing though. I've had braces four times in my life.
You had braces four times?
4 times. I love gummies so much. If you want to trap me and figure out a way to trap me into a little cage, you just make a little trail of gummies and I'd be like, "Ooh, another gummy. Yum. Ooh, another gummy. Yum." You could easily trap me with gummies. I love this. Gummies are here to stay. I'm a huge fan. I think this is a great little side quest for them to do and possibly a new direction for the company in general. Beautifully, if they can execute this well, this is a beautiful pivot.
Gummies don't work too well with braces. Is that the fact?
No, you can't. So you can't have gummies when you have braces. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I feel sorry for your experiences during those times, but
terrible.
Hey, now you can have all of the Welch's probiotic gummies that one could want. In addition to Groons. There we go. In addition to Groons and more. Moving forward to a moment of zen for us all as we close out the show here, ladies and gentlemen. A word from our sponsors over at Seguno. Play it for us, producer Jack. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. What's that mean, Chris? Your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, it's all there where you already work and play every day. And it means that you don't have to seed your trust to big email that's over attributed data. With Seguno, your Shopify data is the email data. It's a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you build for lean teams with big aspirations. Go get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. You get a free trial of the platform. Tell them Colin I sent you. It will extend that free trial to 30 days. Many thanks for Seguno being part of. As we close, whoa, we're flipped.
Let's go.
Wow, that was kind of crazy for me.
Wow, now I know what it feels like to be you for a sec.
Hey,
that was weird.
Isn't your microphone usually on the other side? I feel like
it's always here.
I feel like yours is usually coming from over there.
It's always here.
Interesting. Moment of zen for us all as we leave this fine Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little moonlight camping in the Northeast, little Northeastern summer experience up on the mountain from the one and only KJP. I just vibes, American vibes, golden retrievers on the porch.
Vibes.
As we close out here, words of wisdom, closing words from you, Colin Dougherty, before we leave.
Catch some vibes. Catch some vibes because it's a fun time out there.
Catch a vibe. As we close out this show, many thanks to Quentin Renevier, CMO over at TrendTrack, for joining us today. Many thanks to Taylor Holiday, CEO at Common Thread Collective, for joining us spontaneously and fantastically.
Amazing.
And maybe we'll all get access to the CTC canon as a result of him being here today. We did vote for that. We did. Many thanks to Slash, TrendTrack, Rich Panel, Intelligems, Northbeam, Seguno, Postscript, Rocked, After Sale, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, and Ty for making this show possible. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be cutting all up this juicy content forever and ever. Amen. And we will see you tomorrow. We'll see you on the other side.